Hey y'all, it's Amy. Let's do week 15 of Resistance Tarot. It's time. I just bent one of my cards. The Two of Swords. Okay, yeah, I was about to talk about it anyway. Friendly reminder, there's a lot of ways to resist. And while we're seeing our society shift back toward the early 2000s body types, like all the jokes about Kate Moss being this big around, like that era, having a body is resistance as well. And showing a body, regardless of its size, is also resistance. I've said multiple times, there's plenty of roles that need to be filled in the resistance. And there's also tons of small things we can do to resist. Okay. Visible birth control patches. How about that? Like this is not my primary source of birth control because my BMI is over 30 and this is only effective for people with that. But this is something I'm using to balance out some other issues I have. But I still feel like it feels like an act of resistance. You know, it's weird, but it does in, again, a society where we're seeing this trad wife shift happening. Yay fascism. You know what? Don't shave your armpits. How about that? If that's what you want. Mine is just I can't be bothered right now to shave my armpits. There's too much going on in the world. I have too much on my plate. Whenever I want to shave my armpits, I will. This is different than this usually goes. But it's a different kind of vibe this week. Don't y'all feel it? 2:02 on the timer when I looked up. So let's get to it. Team, can you give us some guidance for this week? I know oftentimes I'll kind of get the vibe of the week and then ask for guidance. We already know what the vibe is this week. It's a lot of the same old, but again, we also just had an interview where it was blatantly clear that the leader of the free world, quote unquote, can't identify Photoshop and can't identify when something has been superimposed onto an image as part of whoever made the image trying to identify. Anyway. Okay. What's some guidance for this week? We have the Three of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, here's what's up, babies. Temperance on the bottom. We have to grieve the American dream that we were sold as kids. I'm a millennial, but we have to grieve what we once knew America to be. We have to grieve that because we need to embrace what it currently is, and we need to be able to dream toward the future. And using the idea of the American dream that we're sold will help us in shaping what we want in the future, but we have to be grounded in reality right now. We have to acknowledge that the image we were sold doesn't exist anymore. It has been actively destroyed by people in power who don't care about the common person. They care about their bank accounts. They care about their own perceived power, which oftentimes is financial in this world, isn't it? So those with less have less power. And we have people going into debt to buy groceries right now. And the powers that be do not care. We have to grieve the idea of an America that cares about its citizens. Because grieving is a necessary step in moving forward. The Queen of Wands, the word that I always associate with this is confident. It's driven. This is fire energy. Like, look at her. Queen. Yes. She exudes confidence and power, as she should. And that's why we need to grieve, so that we can release that. Release what we know things should be like, accept what is, and fight like hell to make a future that is for us. Fight like hell through the drudgery of right now, so that we have a future and we can shape it how it needs to be. The only way out is through, though. What other guidance do we have for this week? Okay, we're actually pulling the sun on the bottom. We're going to pull from the Divine Feminine Oracle. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just feeling very like, whoa, like dark feminine energy. Not dark feminine, but like feminist. Powerful. Feminine power. That's, I mean, look at her. Look at her. Okay. Look, she got the little boob gap and everything. She just like me for real. But anyway, I'm just goofy right now. Anyway. Yeshe Sogyal, Lady of the Lotus Born. I already know. I apologize for anyone who actually knows how to pronounce that. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. Yeah, it was. Yours too, baby. I do want to read about her. Let me find her in the book. Who Run the World Girls. Okay. By the way, I'm agender, but like AFAB, and it is what it is. I experienced girlhood, even though I exist outside the bounds of gender, because like, ew. Anyway, when your soul selects this card, it can be so easy to forget that everything we touch, everything we say, and everything we do is not separate from the divine. Yeshe embodied one of the most potent spiritual truths. The female body is an asset to enlightenment, not a hindrance. The body is a vehicle to free us from the idea that there are any limitations to reality. Which, side note, I was raised where my mom thought women couldn't be spiritual leaders in the church and all that because patriarchy. Yeah. Anyway, yet here I am feeling like I have been called. I've had a calling. I have a calling all my life. And like when I learned about like Mary Magdalene and like, oh, there were female disciples, but like Council of Nicaea said, heck with that. Anyway, if patriarchy has you wrapped up that a feminine body cannot speak the gospel, cannot represent divinity, that's something you need to start unpacking. Why do I believe that? What's the truth here? Tantra, which weaves together the sacred and the mundane to reveal the spiritual nature of all things, allowed her to realize that she was born an ordinary woman and an incarnation of the Buddha Vajrayogini. We are both human and divine. Excuse me. Burps. We love it. I get high fives for burps from my partner. Love it. Anyway. We are both a mortal body and an eternal essence that continues on. The body too often can be the scapegoat for so much hate, distrust, and violence. The body holds infinite wisdom, pleasure, and possibilities. Like, babies, this is tummy out summer. Like, I only wear bikinis now. Like, this is just the vibe. Hold on. This is the moment to see your gorgeous body as the tremendous gift it is. It's the moment to realize that there is no greater intoxication than just being fully in your body from head to soul. Yeshe is the call to remember the holiness of your flesh, the deep wisdom your body contains in the temple you walk around in every day. What helps me remember that my body is sacred? That's what you need to sit with. Resist. Exist. Your existence is resistance. Live your life, babe. Love you. Bye.